Hey guys, it's Valinda, and I'm just going to make sure you can hear and see me okay. I am about a minute early. It is 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. As I said, I would come on for this event. So let me see. You can hear and see me okay. Yeah, it says I'm live. That's good. And we are just going to make sure. All right. It is 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, we are good. So welcome to my online overview of what my intentions are for my teacher training. I see I have one person live, so hello. Just so you know, I can't see you unless you say hello. And no, I can't see you because of the way Facebook is set up. But we do have Messenger now where I can actually see you and we can go on and have a discussion. So if you're interested in that, definitely let me know. So I wanted to let you guys know my intentions for doing an online teacher training. So thank you for the love. I appreciate that. So I've been rewriting my kind of manifesto, and I want to thank Mystical Mina on Instagram for having people on about the whole Yogi Bhajan debacle and everything we've been going through really since February. And if you watch my YouTube video, it has over 10,000 views now of where I stand in February when I pulled all my online stuff off and I quit teaching Kundalini for a few months. Definitely watch that because I still, I still feel a lot of that, and I've been processing for 6 months over this whole abuse olive branch report that came out. So I'm going to refresh to see who I see is here with me. So definitely say hi and let me know where you're coming in from. So basically, I have written down my intentions for continuing to teach yoga and Kundalini Yoga, which I am referring more now to as Acu Yoga or Energy Yoga or even Chakra Yoga, because so many people are even triggered by the word Kundalini because it's such a heavy association with Yogi Bhajan, KRI, and 3HO, which I am still not involved in KRI or 3HO. I have left that establishment for 20 years. I was with them 18 years, just to be clear. So we are now calling ourselves Kundalini Yoga Independence. So these are the teachers that want to move forward with Kundalini Yoga, with teaching. So for me, being a yoga practitioner of 26 years, I am not going to abandon yoga. And I said that really in my very first video when this happened in February. I said, I'm not leaving yoga because this is in my bones. This is my path. This is my dharma. I have never used Kundalini Yoga meditation to manipulate, abuse, or hypnotize people, just so you know. I've never used it that way. And in my 20 years of teaching, I have only gotten positive feedback from you guys. I love helping people. Yes, I need healing. I come from an abuse background, as many of us do who get on the yogic path. So for me, this practice has healed my body, mind, and spirit. And my intentions have always been to help women heal. Bottom line, in all my yoga teachings, that's what I have done. So I just want to be clear about that. But I did kind of write a manifesto. And, I go into my, most of you guys know my history and, how long I've been teaching and all that. So I'm not gonna read all that, but I just want you to know, since the Olive Branch report has come out in August 2020, and all the abuse stories around Kundalini Yoga, Yogi Bhajan, 3HO, KRI, and the 50 years of systemic abuse in the community, I've been heartbroken, devastated, and in shock for the last 6 months, doing my own therapy, my own yoga meditation, and working with teachers who I align with, who are aligned with the survivors, believe them, are now trying to move yoga forward. We have all been processing this, including the pandemic, loss of job security, and racism in ourselves and our nation. I want to let survivors know that I see them, I believe them, and I will sign petitions and fight for their truth to be expressed. And I stand for them. I stand with the survivors. So thank you, Mystical Mina, for helping me kind of articulate how I feel, because she's been wonderful. Definitely check her out on Instagram, Mystical Mina, how she has been processing the abuse. She also she worked at Yoga West, which that's where I did all my 5 years of level 2 trainings. And she's being very vocal, having Philip de sleep, having, she had a KRI woman on last night. So definitely check out her page if you want to dive deep into how many of us are trying to move forward. So thank you for helping me with these words, Mina. So I stand with the survivors. As a victim of child abuse myself, I want to create safe yogic spaces for all who come to me, to all my classes. I want to help trauma survivors and people of all walks of life and color. It has always been my intention in the 20 years of teaching to help people as I have helped myself. And that is my bottom line. So if you align with that, that's who I am. I am authentic. I have always kind of shared my truth and shared my path. Ask any of my students for the past 20 years. I've always tried to be extremely authentic and share the truth. I want to take responsibility for my part in the system. And if I in any way denied your truth over the past 20 years of teaching, I want to apologize and take full responsibility. I want to call out the deniers, the gaslighters, and the spiritual bypassers, and I want to fully step into my role as a senior teacher. And Mina, I loved your words when you said, I want to be that teacher that I wanted along the path. And when I felt devastated and crushed and reached out to my teachers and I needed support, I want to be that teacher for you guys, right? That's my goal. So that's my bottom line. This is not an easy time for any of us. And to continue to teach and hold space at this time is scary. It's scary for me and I feel vulnerable. But I keep going, and I want you to know I keep going for you and for me and for us to have community right now online, that it's so important to have community right now and to help each other. I want to help end ignorance as far as racism is concerned. I want to help end ignorance and help survivors. I want to validate and help clarify, remove pedestals, have honest conversations, and hold space. This is my intention. We are not alone. I am here. You are here. Let's do this together. My intention is to do this online teacher training is purely to help people in these times. That is my intention. It's very simple, right? Right? To help hold space. So I have skills. I'm a dance movement therapist. I've been studying yoga for 26 years and teaching for 20. I have skills and I want to help. That's my bottom line. Okay? So let's be open and transparent. Let's stop the abuse. Let's use these yogic teachings as they were meant to be used, you guys, is to help us survive these crazy times, to help us heal our body, minds, and spirit, and to live our lives as examples. As a mother, that is my main goal, is my daughter can look to me and say, I want to be like her. That's my goal, right? Is to live my life as an example and be the best humans we can be. So Satnam and Namaste, that is my intention. I almost didn't even do a yogic teacher training, but women are actually asking me to do a yogic teacher training because I'm like, I don't even know if I want to be in the constraints of yoga. So I have written a manual, and in this manual, in this 62-page manual, I have included my 7 secrets to Kundalini and why it works. I have included my Energy is Everything workshop, which is from all of my Clear Sight Clairvoyant training. Hey, Kyung, welcome. I have included all my 20 years of teaching in this manual. So it is proprietary information, but the caveat, this is my second version of the manual, is that it all talks about Yogi Bhajan. So now I'm in my 3rd iteration of the manual where I am not going to deny our abuse history, just like I didn't deny it in Hatha Yoga. We all know Iyengar was emotionally and physically abusive. Patabi Joyce, sexual abuse. John Friend in the Ayusara, Bikram. I mean, go on and on, do your own research, right? These lineages, I don't know a lineage. And even I said Paramahansa Yogananda is the only lineage I don't know about abuse, and someone corrected me and said there is abuse. The Shivananda lineage has abuse. So as I was digging for the past 6 months, and you guys know I have been studying my butt off for the past 6 months, you know, figuring out, let's go into the science of why Kundalini works, right? So I am actually coming off some of the yogic texts, I'm like, you know what? Let's look. I'm looking into my dance movement therapy stuff, right? I'm looking into acu-yoga. I'm taking a course on acupuncture and yoga right now. I'm taking a course, check out Trevor. His stuff is amazing about Kriya, and he was a Kundalini yogi. He left the path a while ago and started studying classical yoga. You know, I've studied Dan Brule. These are people that are just talking about the science of yoga, right? So that's been my interest. So just so you know, I'm studying a lot. This is what I'm studying. And I love to share with you guys what I'm studying. So what this teacher training is going to be, we're starting October 7th. Yoga Alliance. So the gift in the garbage with COVID is we're allowed to do teacher trainings online. So that's the gift in the garbage. So now we can go completely online. And you guys know that I created an online business in 2017 and started doing online courses. Little did I know at the time. So this is the testament, you guys, to why you just put one foot in front of the other and do what you're guided to do. You know, I live my life as an example for you guys. I was guided to create online business in 2017. I took an online course with Kimmer Luna in 2016. I did every single minute of that course, and I created online programs. That online program is now my teacher training. So I'm going to show you what the teacher training is. And please, if you have any questions, just type them in the chat box, and hopefully I can see them, because I don't see any questions thus far. But if you want to do the teacher training with me, you will be paying weekly. So I know that's revolutionary. What yoga teacher training allows you to pay weekly? I don't know. I know a couple yoga teacher trainings online right now that are around $3,300. Mine is not going to be that. It's going to be $15 an hour. We're starting October 7th. Right now, the women who want to sign up, I have about 5 women, said Wednesday and Friday, 12 to 2:30 works for them. So that's what we're doing. It's going to be on Zoom, live on Zoom. So 12 to 2:30, Wednesday, Friday, starting October 7th. That's 5 hours a week live online with me. So you'll be paying $60 a week if you want to do those live classes with me, okay? The other ones are online and you work at your own pace. Those are going to be $197 each for each course. Or if you want to pay me up front, you can do the $19.99 for the entire course. Yes, it's Pacific time, Autumn. Yes, Pacific time. So 12 to 2:30 Pacific Standard Time. So that's 2 p.m. Central. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. And UK, I think, is 8 p.m. Right? So thank you for that question, Autumn. So I want to show you. And the other women are saying, well, Valinda, I've done all your online courses. I did them live with you. You know what? It's going to count. You don't have to pay me again. You own those courses. That's the thing about my courses. And I've always said that from the beginning. When I first launched my online business in 2017, they were $97. And then with each iteration, we've made them better. I've added stuff. I lead them live. So the first one we're going to do is Kundalini Yoga 101. And I have decided to leave it as it is, and I'm going to add addendums to it. The cool thing about watching me before I knew about the abuse, you guys, is I was a little bright-eyed, bushy-tailed teacher. I was like, oh my God, right? I didn't know about the heaviness and the abuse and all the stuff that's come out about Yogi Bhajan since. So it's kind of nice to see me in that light. But we are going to add the addendums. So when I wrote this book, we were told, hey Jeanette, we were told this is the history of Yogi Bhajan. So in my Kundalini Yoga 101 course, you're getting the history that I was told. Well, now we find out that it was a lie, that it was like made up. So all this stuff has come out since January, you guys, and I have been studying so hard. So know that I am a Jnana Yogini, which means I study. I study, and it's important to me what I teach. You are important to me, what I teach. I'm very authentic in that way. So this is going to be, I'm rewriting this, right? So I'm rewriting the real history of Kundalini. You know, we can't erase Yogi Bhajan. I can't erase the 20 years that I studied this path. But I will tell you the truth, and I will be as authentic as I can be. And as I said, I stand with the survivors. So some of the books we're using, I just got permission. Thank you, Shakta Khalsa, to use her Keep It Simple book. So you want to get this right away, and I'll put the link in the comments. So make sure you buy it from her, because we're trying to support the teachers that are moving yoga forward. So we're coming into Yoga Unify. We're creating a new paradigm of what yoga is going to be beyond yoga. This is a Yoga Alliance teacher training, just so you know, because a lot of my women want it to be Yoga Alliance. So Ravi Singh and Anna Brett, thank you, are allowing me to use their school, the Kundalini Yoga Center, the 200-hour school. So this is one of our books. Shakta has given me permission to use it, and I'll put the link in the comments. This is our main book that we're using by Ravi. Thank you, Ravi and Anna, for allowing me to use your book. So you do have to have permission. This is proprietary information, you guys. You do have to have permission to use people's books in your teacher training. So just so you know, I always ask permission. And then Japa Kaur, I'm so excited. She's going to come in and do our anatomy. She's going to do so the woman who wrote this book, Enlightened Bodies, she's a doctor of Oriental medicine, and I've spoken to her. I'm so excited. She's going to come in and do our glands, organs, nadis, acupressure points, things like that, because she's this expert in anatomy. I'm not an expert in anatomy. I am a spiritual teacher. I just want to get clear on that. Totally transparent. She's going to come in, and then I have another amazing yoga teacher, Athena Engelman, who's actually a Pilates teacher, and I've known Athena for 20 years. I'm going to pay her to come in and do our basic anatomy, okay? And we're going to be using Leslie Kaminoff's book. I did have permission to use his book in my Hatha training, but I am going to reach out to him and just to get permission, and I'll throw that in the comments as well. And that is Leslie Kaminoff. I think it's called Yoga Anatomy for Teachers, something like that. So if you know you're doing this training with me, I want you to get this book right away. And I'll put the link. I'll ask Ravi if he wants you to, he probably wants you to order it straight from his website, because I don't know if you guys know, but teachers don't make a lot of money on the books on Amazon. They make like $3, I hear. So he probably wants you to order this from his website, but I'll ask him, ravianna.com. But this is our main book that we're using for the training. This is another book. It will be supplemental, and this is kind of like more broad on what yoga is. And then, of course, my book that I'm rewriting that is going to be in a Google Doc, because I'm constantly updating it. So it's actually going to be, you're going to update it with me. We're going to do this live together. Okay, so that's going to be on a Google Doc, and maybe at the end of the training, I'll print it out and send it to you guys, okay? I think that's and I also have Guru Ratana's permission to use her books. So I will be using the Transitions to a Heart-Centered World as well. So Guru Ratana. Now, just to be clear, Yogi Bhajan is mentioned in all of these books, because again, we can't erase the fact that he brought Kundalini here and that he merged many different things together to give us this practice as we use it, and as we have practiced over the past 20 years that it works. We know that it works, right? Okay, so now I want to show you my online stuff that you're going to do at your own pace. It's all pre-recorded. Again, if you pay me the $1,999 upfront, I will give you all of my online stuff, okay? Just so you know. If you want to buy it one at a time, perfectly fine. It's $197. It ends up being, I did the math. So my daughter helped me with the math, because I have dyscalculia when it comes to math. So my online courses, I'm going to turn around. That's why I did this on my phone. Frozen. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so all of my online courses are on southbayyoginis.zippycourses.com. So I pay them to house all of my online courses. There are 6 courses in here, and this is the one we're starting with, Kundalini Yoga 101. Okay? So So if you just want all of my online courses, it's going to be $9.85, and I will give them to you all at once. Okay? So we're starting with Kundalini Yoga 101 in October, and you will be doing this on your own. Of course, I will be there holding your hand. And the whole course is here. Okay? So this is the first part of the teacher training. The entire course is here. So if you want to buy it right now, it's $197. If you're like, well, I don't know if I want to do the whole training, Belinda, maybe I'll just do Kundalini Yoga 101 and see if I really want to do it, just buy the $197 course and you're in. Okay? I hope this is making sense. But all of my online courses are here. This is the teacher training. The other one is Kundalini Yoga to heal stress and anxiety on my Udemy course. Okay? And that has all the courses that you're going to learn for the basic Kundalini teacher training. How you're going to teach. Okay? Now, proprietary information. Here's the thing. I have all these books from my teacher training, right? That's copyrighted. I'm not allowed to use this, right? Because this is what I paid for when I paid my $3,000 to do my teacher training. So you are going to use my online courses where they're already there, and then you're going to find, total disclaimer, I'm not going to give you, you're going to find these online. Now, I have posted them online, Kundalini Yoga Basic Spinal Energizer Series. Google it right now. Let's Google it right now. This is public information, right? This is public domain. Oops, I dropped you. So I am going to show you Kundalini. Wait just a second. I've got you guys on my phone. Okay, I'm Googling Kundalini Yoga Kriya Basic Spinal Energy Series. Now, I'm going to be holding your hand, helping you find all of this, okay? I am going to be holding your hand. So I just Googled Kundalini Yoga Basic Spinal Energy Series, and here it is. Okay? So you can print it out on your own, and you have it. So I own the video, I taught the course, but I cannot give you the manual. Does this make sense, you guys? So you are going to print that out. It's public information. Kundalini Yoga Basic Spinal Energy Series, and you can start teaching it right away when you do, when you start the teacher training with me, which is really exciting, right? So that's how I'm doing it. We're using, my manual that I wrote. We're using the books that I have permission to use, which is Shakta Khalsa, Kundalini Yoga book. So get these right away. This is the first book you want to buy, actually, and I'll put it in the comments. And then Shakta gave me a link for this. So this is, again, this is a more general about what yoga is, and this is Kundalini. Chakra yoga, Acu yoga, energy yoga is what I'm calling it. Also, some other books that I'm doing that are not yogic. This is going to be suggested reading, Just Breathe, Dan Brule, all about breath work. Acu yoga, which is all about the acupressure points. And you don't even have to get this because we're going to be doing a course on it with Japa Kar, who wrote this book. And the weekly calls, just so you know, the Wednesday, Friday, 12 to 2:30 p.m., 12 o'clock will be a class with me. So from 12 to 1, we're going to do a Kundalini Yoga Kriya. So like the Basic Spinal Energy Series, or I'll be teaching you other Kriyas, probably the ones that aren't on video. I'm going to be teaching you new Kriyas because I have all kinds of books. I've been doing this 20 years. This is one of my favorites, actually. It's called Kriya. And you're going to do a class with me, and then we're going to have philosophy discussion for an hour. So from 1 to 2 will be philosophy. So we're going to go into, what is yoga? Let's see. This is all in my manual, which will be online. You'll have access to all of this online. So the first one is History of Yoga. So this is the table of contents. So Yoga 101 is the first one. You can actually go to my YouTube channel right now and grab that, Yoga 101. And so that next hour is going to be philosophy discussion each week. And then the last 30 minutes will be Q&A. Whatever questions you have for me, and process time, maybe we'll go around and see how you guys are doing, and people can share. So that's my vision. It's 160 hours with me. So that's the online teacher training, is 160 hours, pre-recorded plus live. And then I'm going to have guest teachers come in. So those, I'm not sure when those times will be. Those may be on Saturdays or Sundays. It's really whenever the teacher is available. I know Athena said she can come in Fridays. My anatomy teacher, she can come Friday at 12, so that's perfect. Japa has not let me know when she can come in to do the Kundalini anatomy. So that could be on a Saturday at 12 o'clock. I am going to try to record everything, but I'm not going to promise it because of glitches, right? Tech issues. I just taught a Zoom class the other week for Zimbini kids, and she recorded it, and for some reason it didn't show up. So it's just blank. So that does happen. So I'm not going to promise to record everything. So really your commitment is that you want to be there live on those calls with me every week, Wednesday, Friday, 12 to 2:30 Pacific Standard Time. You want to commit to that. Your other commitment is to get the online courses, and you can absolutely do them one at a time with us. So that's going to be your commitment as well. If you've already done the online courses with me, you'll do them again because, right, we know that this is what we do. I've been doing this for 20 years. I still do the same Kriyas. Right now we're on day 31 of the 6 minutes to remove negativity. Grab that now. Get in now for that 6-minute daily meditation if you want to start now. So I hope that makes sense. I want to create community. I want to hold space. I want us to have a practice that uplifts us in these times, because let me tell you, times are tough right now. It's tough. I need my practice, and I need community. So I'm doing it for myself as much as I am for you guys, and this is my life's work. So any questions? I'm going to refresh my page. See if I have any questions. I don't see any. I just saw Pacific time. Yes, it's Pacific time. So my commitment to you is to be authentic, to show up, and to hold space. I'm not going to show up as the almighty know-it-all teacher. That's not who I am. Because I'm in inquiry right now. I'm like, where did Yogi Bhajan get this? Why did he say that? Where is this from? I mean, that's what I'm doing now. I'm questioning it all because of his who he was, now that we know the truth. So if that interests you at all, let's move yoga forward, right? Let's take this practice, this yoga, from all the male lineages and all the abuse, and let's just wash it away, and let's create something new. Goddess yoga, energy yoga, chakra yoga. Doesn't that feel good, right? That just feels so good to me, and I want to do it with you guys. So if you want to be a part of this, this is my very first teacher training to do alone, you guys. If you want to be a part of that. So just so you know, I'm a solopreneur. I do everything myself. I do all the tech. I do all the teaching. I do all my graphics. I do have a website lady who's amazing, Ideally Digital, who helps me a lot. If you're interested, you want to do your own website. What's the best way to keep organized, or is there a syllabus? I don't want to get lost. Okay, Autumn, that's a great question. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to go ahead and get like a book folder like this, right? So get a binder, and yeah, maybe some of the, here's one of my anatomy binders, some of the plastic leaflets, so you can print out stuff, because it's all going to be online. And I have a girl in Sweden, like, I'm hoping at some point I'll be able to print these and mail them, because my last 10 I ordered are going in the trash, because it's all Yogi Bhajan. It's before I knew. See, I have all Yogi Bhajan stuff in here. I have his quotes. I have, I didn't print any Kriyas in here because we weren't allowed. So, yeah, it's a lot of Yogi Bhajan stuff. So I'm taking all that out. So yeah, get a binder, Autumn. And then you're going to get your books. Start with this one, and I'll put them in the comments. And then October 7th will start. You'll get your online courses. If you pay me up front, I give you everything, because, I have to pay myself for that. Hey, Donna. If you want to pay weekly, I give it to you weekly. Does that make sense? Because I don't want someone to come in and pay me, $15 an hour, which is what I'm charging. So it's $60 a week, and then get everything and then go, oh yeah, it's not for me. And then they have all my stuff, because I need to be paid for all the, my 26 years of experience and all the thousands of dollars I've paid to do trainings. So yeah, you'll just get a notebook, and we'll start together, and we're going to do it together. We're creating this together. And at the end of the training, after you've paid for everything and you've done your 200 hours. So Autumn, just so you know, Autumn, am I saying your name right? I hope so, because it's spelled different. At the end of the 200 hours, you will then send your certificate, which will be from Kundalini Yoga Center, the Kundalini Yoga Center. We'll sign it too, because it's their school.